it's no big deal.
Of course. So what do you tell people about like Maui? What would you say about Maui, and if they've never been here before, why should they come?
It's definitely one of those. You gotta visit. I would say all the islands, but Maui has a nice like outdoor blend, along with we still got the mom and pop shops that are here. The people, I think the people definitely make it as well. You know, it's the people still open the, not that other places necessarily don't, but I think Hawaii in general, you know, people still open the doors for you. It's pleasing everybody's auntie and uncle. Good luck going someplace, especially like grocery shopping after work. Guarantee you'll bump into somebody you know. And if you're off island, you might know somebody.
It still has a community.
A win tonight could fortify Kailua's championship fortress and end a 44-year finals drought. The one question today, can they knock off the defending state champs? It's the final semifinal game of the playoffs. Kailua and Punahou on Spectrum OC16. Nightfall has hit the 808 state on the penultimate day of the playoffs. And finally, game time has arrived inside historic Hemmeter Fieldhouse. Come on inside. Welcome to the 2026 Hawaii Army National Guard Boys Basketball State Championship Tournament. It's the last of the semifinal round as we get set for another OIA ILH battle. The defending state champs and #1 seed Punahou Buff and Blue set to take on the OIA runners-up, the Surf Riders of Kailua. 13 wins this year here for Kailua, 2 here in the playoffs. Tough one against Lelehua in the opening round, then took care of the BIF champions, the #4 seed in the tournament, Konawaina. Punahou got in first round bye, then took care of Mililani by 7. The winner to take on Kahuku by virtue of their 4-point victory over St. Louis. Will we get Kahuku Punahou again for the first time since 2018, or we get an all OIA championship round? Great to have you with us with Dean Shimamoto and Jimmy Bender, the Hall of Famer Tom Yoshida, Felipe Ohastro. These two teams have met in the preseason, nail-biting type of games, but now it comes down to 32 minutes, maybe more here, between the Buff and Blue and the Surf Riders. What do you think about this matchup here tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be exciting. Again, as that preseason game may have indicated, it was 72-70 in overtime. Game tying 3 by Punahou to send it to overtime. Big hits in the overtime to actually go out and win it. So, I mean, this literally went to the buzzer multiple times the first time around, and I'm expecting a similar type of game. I think these two teams are very different than the last two teams we saw in Kahuku and St. Louis. They're more scoring-oriented. They're going to go out and get buckets, and they have 2 incredible scorers on each side.
Which includes here for the Kailua Surf Riders, a 4-year varsity man and all OIA selection in Maddox Pung, who in the tournament has been putting up some numbers, 27 on average in the playoffs alone.
Yeah, I mean, when he gets going, he is so good, and we've seen glimpses of that over the course of the season where he can score all 3 levels. He's getting guys up in the air, finishing, spinning, pivoting, and then shooting from deep. And when he gets in that type of offensive flow, it's really hard to stop this Kailua team.
They're playing Punahou in the preseason, a whole lot different when you see them in the postseason. And in large part of the success this year here for the Buff and Blue, it's from their multi-sport athlete and a junior leader and the state's leading scorer in Tanoa Scanlon.
So last year ended up sitting out that stretch run for Punahou with an injury. So coming back with a vengeance. I mean, he wants to come out and get this victory. I mean, you know, that first one, they got it as a team, and he was a big part of that early stretch. But to go out and finish it with a championship, that's what Tanoa Scanlon is back this season to go out and get, and he's been so good this season, just as efficient as last, and nearly 20 points a game.
They were kind of like 2 ships passing in the night, just kind of eyeing each other out. Now it's a full-on head-on collision here in the semifinal round. Here's Jimmy Bender, who talked about coaches. He has the New City Nissan Court Report. Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And Wally Marcial from Kailua really wants to make it an all-OIA final, and here's how he plans to do it. He says, you got to shut Punahou down to just 1 shot. That's it. That's all they get. And he said, look, we're an improved team from the last time we played them. You mentioned how close that game was, so he's expecting a fun one tonight. Meanwhile, on the Punahou side, Darren Matsuda, he really wants to win a back-to-back championship, and the way he does that, shutting down Maddox Pung, shutting down Sebastian Letta, and he said the offense, his offense tonight, they need to open it up. They need to put the pedal to the metal and run, baby. Guys, send it back to you.
The last time Kailua knocked off Punahou in the tournament you have to go back 54 years in the semifinal round. If Kailua is able to do that tonight, it'll be their first state final since 1982. It's all laid out on the table for the Surf Riders. Can they pull off? On paper, would be upset, or can Punahou get back to defend their state championship in Manoa? Surf Riders, buff and blue. Tip-off next.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $339 per month lease or 3.49% APR on a 2026 CR-V two-wheel drive sport hybrid.
Aloha. You may have seen our commercials throughout the pandemic thanking our hardworking members. They work tirelessly to keep us powered up and connected to the world. But this goes out to all of you, Hawaii. Thank you for being so patient and supporting our members through it all. We would not be here without you. Now that we are through the worst of it, we wanted to thank all of you for your continued support. So if you see one of our members out there, make sure you give them a shaka and a smile. We appreciate you.
Hawaii agricultural producers provide the freshest and most amazing foods. The Department of Agriculture and Biosecurity ensure the quality and food safety standards are in compliance. Inspectors check the quality of produce grown in Hawaii as well as imported, checking for compliance with grading standards for local commodities, such as eggs, coffee, and assist farmers with food safety certification and that good agricultural practices are followed from field to packing. Join the quality assurance team and help maintain quality and safety of the foods we eat.
Fifth meeting in the tournament. Punahou leads 3-1. Kailua again last won it in the 1972 semifinal round. How old was that tournament? Well, the tournament stretched to March 3rd, 1972. Kahuku awaits the winner. If Kailua wins, it'll be the first all-OIA state championship in Division I in 30 years. Moanalua played Kalaheo that year. Moanalua won. The great Ramsey brothers, right? And Punahou student section popping right now. And for this group, they feel like they have enough firepower to get to the championship game and play Kahuku tomorrow. They last played in 2018. We swing in the zippy starting lineups here for both teams. The Kailua Surf Riders, a typical starting five with Maddox Pung averaging 27 in the tournament and 17 for the season. He joins Nainoa, Hirosuna Kenny, Sebastian Letta, Dylan Coons, and J.J. Bennett, averaging 6.3 a game. Ethan Chung, the division leader in three-pointers made this year at 36. Tanoa Scanlon joins him. Cohen Makinano, again, good minutes in that guard spot. Dane Kellner, impact player in the state final last year, joins Nahua Lloyd here for Darren Matsuda's crew. Tony Collazo, Kas Kasparovich, Gerald Tom have the responsibility and the big one here. Special shout out to all our officials working hard, earning the right to officiate this semifinal match. The winner to take on Kahuku. Off we go from Heminer. Punahou coming off that 7-point victory. Had some slow starts in that first half against the Trojans. Really gave it to them and ultimately pulled away in that second half. Here's Ethan Chung, Long Beach State commit. Takes a three. Off in his first target of the night, and Bennett gets his first rebound.
So in that first matchup, we talked about it in the preseason, that high-scoring game. Ethan Chung probably had the best game I've ever seen him play, especially this season. Had 24 points, was attacking the rim.
Pung gets to the line. He draws it on Scanlon to pick up his first. This is where Maddox Pung has made majority of his quote-unquote money, if you will, here at the free throw line, the scoring part.
Yeah, it's nice to see him start out by attacking the basket. He really can shoot it, really loves to shoot it, and likes to get going from the perimeter, but finding his way to the rim, that's a good way to set the tone.
Remember, they led the OIA in free throw percentage. He's 74% for his career. He was 5 for 5 with 22 points yesterday. The game over Konawaina, and he breaks the seal on this one.
May go unnoticed, but Tanoa Scanlon picking up that first foul, and he's so important to this team on both ends of the floor. He needs to stay away now, at least during this first quarter, from that second or potentially even third.
Makinano tries to get that drive in. Scanlon 10 to shoot. Saw the clock now, got to go to work. Scanlon drew a bump. They're on Letta. Sebastian Letta trying to play a little physical there. Got the shoulder shot in there. Wally Marcial, season 14 for the Damien graduate.
Saw that perplexed look there. You know, both teams really trying to figure out how this game is going to be called, and you have to get used to it early on.
Chung 0 for 2. The back tap from Kellner, a beauty. Second chance here, Makinano right to the rack. Oh, and one. With a foul on Pong, a chance for 3 for the senior Makinano.
Makinano really has that ability to go out and get a bucket, and you see him clear out, no help on that side because Tanoa Scanlon's on that side of the floor. Just goes straight at Pong, gets the finish with the foul.
Three to 2 here. Here's Pong. Pong trying to hook to the hole, and he got it. Gave him right back. He gave Makinano a receipt. They're drawing the foul on him. Plays the Uno reverse card, a chance for 3.
Again, Pong going straight to the rack. May need to see that from another angle. Looked like Makinano was there, but from my angle, it looked like he may have been falling a little bit early, which drew the call.
There's Makinano. Kellner on his way to Montana for football. Scanlon won a volleyball state championship and a basketball state championship. Chung fakes a 3, found the long line, and hits. The state leader in three-pointers made. It's Punahou, a 6-4 lead.
That's what he's known for, one of the best shooters in the state. You see how quickly he gets it off, gets his feet set.
Pong going to work again. Coons has range. Can't connect there. Letta got the box, got the rebound, and a triple team scored the basket.
Great work on the offensive glass. There's going to be a lot of shots going up here in this game, and got to find a way to grab those rebounds.
And the shootout is on here. Scanlon across the lane for 2.
A little bit of offense. That's what this looks like.
Yeah, 8-6. I feel like it took a whole half for Kahuku and St. Louis to get there. This ball is off of Makinano. It'll stay here with Kailua.
Both of these teams are really going to attack, and they have scores all over the floor. You see Tanoa Scanlon, one of the leading scorers in the league, going right up against Maddox Pung. And Scanlon, over the course of that Iolani Classic, had to go up against one of the top scorers in the country in Joe Sterling over at Harvard Westlake, and took on that challenge, and it was tough. So it really prepares him for a game against a scorer like Pung.
No switch on the screen. Pung slams on the brakes. Scanlon tries to harass him, does so effectively. Gets the steal, does Chung.
Good conversion and recovery by the Buff and Blue.
Fading and firing for Kellner. They get a quiet like 6 to 8 points a game. Ultimately, in the big picture, it does effectively help Punahou. Gets his first 2 here.
And just like Kahuku, they have a lot of role players that are very good at their roles. Dane Kellner is so strong defensively.
And a moving screen going to go the other way. This one will go on J.J. Bennick. How about Dane Kellner? The Montana football commit, just so calm and poised.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at that athleticism and you see that frame and you think, you know, how good of an athlete is he?
Chung heating up. Got another 3.
That was Kellner there setting that flare screen. Not a lot of guys are getting around that. And Ethan Chung starting to feel it. Missed his first 2, connecting on his next 2. See how quickly those feet get set. And he's just ready to fire.
Trying to climb out of this hole now at 7 points. Letta draws a foul on Lloyd. Last year, Ethan Chung shot 43% from distance. He improved this year. There's a lot of YouTube videos that circulate online about him hitting 100 threes in a 10-minute span, and he will rarely miss, by the way. I think he took about 120 out of the 100 that he made. And ultimately, a lot of that work paying off. It was slow in the Marino game last time we saw Punahou on TV, but here tonight, very effective.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He gets set. He shoots almost a set shot. He's not one of those high-jumping Ray Allen type of jump shooters. So he gets set so quickly. His balance is great. And in order for guys to set up and get shots up quickly, they have to get set up quickly. And that's what he does really, really well.
There's Akiola Todd Perry on the floor here. Led at the line. 88% in the tournament. He's only missed 2 in the entire tournament now in game number 3. Doesn't miss there. And he pulls Kailua within 5.
He's just continuing to work. So he got that offensive rebound on that first bucket, and they're working his way to the free throw line.
Scanlon, scanning, firing. We get 2 free throws on the other side of this timeout. The foul's on Letta. That picks up his second already through the first 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Big here for the Surf Riders with Punahou on top by 5.
Jack, when you look back on 75 years...
Oh, I'm not looking back. I'm bringing back my Chicken Supreme. It comes in a combo and munchie meal. This juicy fan favorite starts at just $6.99. Are you writing this down? Get the Chicken Supreme munchie meal with collectible jibby.
Welcome to Jock in the Box. So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
Yeah, he blew up my other car. That's not what happened.
Surprised me at all.
Literally what happened. Lato's gonna kill me.
It's not that bad, bro.
It's got bullet holes in it.
Well, good.
Zippy's was their last stop. Make your next stop Zippy's with the Wrecking Crew pack. Now through March 1st. Check out the Wrecking Crew on Prime Video.
This should be fun. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Big every time, nice up your life here.
When we stories way out, they go wide. 10 by 20 plus, dep on the side. Double X, yes, call it a double time. Hawaii self-storage just as big every time, right?
Hawaii self-storage is the place to be. Guaranteed from the boys of BET.
So come on down to Hawaii self-storage. So come down, respect, yeah. Hawaii self-storage, #1. Check it,
These other guys don't have protein like me. Up to 35 grams in my protein bowls, or try my 2 for $7 Jack Wraps. If I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it. Try my protein bowls and Jack Wraps.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official trophy provider for Spectrum OC16 Sports. For all your special achievements, hit up Ryan Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They're located in Aiea. With a shot of Kailua Town all lit up here. Tomorrow will be the final day of the state tournament. In fact, we saw that hammer sign at the OIA tournament over at Radford. It is made the trek and the pilgrimage over, much like the Punahou fans, which was advertised as a blackout for their student section. Tanoa Scanlon's at the line, coming off 23 points and 8 rebounds against Mililani. And Darren Matsuda said, the slow start the first couple of quarters, because there was only a 2-point game at the half. So, the break really kind of hurt us. That's why he likes the regional rounds. Now, what he didn't mention is that most times he doesn't play that first game, right? But he just likes having to get that first game out of your system. And don't like waiting a lot. And Kailua got to play in a regional round game. Of course, it came at the expense of an OI championship, but still it kind of built some rhythm here for Wally Marcial's here.
Yeah, it's tough in that first game, right? Getting your legs going. You say rest versus rust, which one is it? But it starts to pay off as you move along, because in that last game, you have 1 game less.
With Letta picking up his second foul for the Surf Riders. Kyoki Cipriano, the UH football commit, on the floor. 30 in the dark blue. Coons tries to get the back down. Cipriano's open, and he scores it. Took him a long time to finally have UH pull the trigger on an offer, and when they did, he quickly committed and signed. It'll be a nice addition here for Timmy Chang's group.
Beautiful pass there by Dylan Coons, just looking over Dane Kellner.
In and out on a fadeaway there for Scanlon. Here's Coons. Coons has been a chameleon his last 4 years, whether it's in the starting role off the bench, and there's the first miss here for Nanoa. Hirosuna Kenny.
Kailua really in a good flow. Loved it when they were attacking the basket. That time, Hirosuna Kenny pulls from deep.
Makinano drives inside, blocked by Bennett, and it went off of Makinano. A double whammy there for Makinano.
Kailua here with Coons. You see there, Todd Perry comes over to help. I don't think Dane Kellner necessarily needed it and just left his man there wide open on the backside.
Tough one for Pong. Good strong defense there for Todd Perry on him. Here's Chung. Already hit 2 threes in this game. Prior to that, a carry here from Scanlon. And a turnover. That's the second one here so far in the quarter. Where yesterday, Kailua had 12 turnovers.
Kailua pretty fortunate there. Cipriano was matched up on Tanoa Scanlon there on that open wing. No help there on the side. And fortunately got called for that carry. So gets the stop. And they'll take it either way.
Hunter Bond on defensively on Hirosuna Kenny. Going to run the point here on Kellner. Pong against Scanlon, two of the top scorers in the state. Hirosuna Kenny lost it. Great job there from Hunter Bond. Scanlon calling for it. Now it's Cipriano the assignment. Chung got a Lloyd screen. Stepping back, didn't pull. Kellner in the lane. 4 for him.
That's really in his sweet spot. He's not the guy that's going to knock down threes. Not really anything outside of 12 feet, but once he gets to that spot, you see how well he elevates. He's a state long jump champion. Little do you know.
Cipriano going to go to the line. His brother Dylan Kellner did a good job on the football and basketball court as well. Dane carved his own little path. People know his name.
Kellner had the option to maybe rise up in front of the big or even drop it out. And Nahua Lloyd was pretty open there on the backside.
The first free throw attempts of the year, by the way, for Cipriano. Cipriano got good minutes in the OIA final against Tohoku. Kind of alleviate some of that big pressure that they get in the foul trouble with Cipriano. For 2 at the line. Scanlon the rebounders, Makinano. Scanlon steps into it. Just patient, Darren Matsura type of basketball here for Punahou. Trying to get a shot off here. 18 to shoot. Chung, half a dozen points already. Scanlon calling for a screener. And Todd Perry got a handoff right back to him. Up top, a 3. Y'all rattle.
Scanlon not really known as a three-point shooter. He can knock it down. Had 2 the last time these two teams play, and one of them was a huge one. But usually known to get in that 12-foot range, shoot those turnarounds, which he's so efficient at.
2-second differential. Still got plenty of time. Pong double team. Coons a 3. Long rebound chased by Hirosuna Kenny. Coons. Pong from deep. Bennett rebound. Long. Cipriano long. Deflected out. Coons throws it off of Chung with .9 remaining. In a catch and shoot situation here for the Surf Riders. Kellner back on. Here for Scanlon.
Scanlon coming out with that 1 foul. Doesn't want to pick up that second one with .9 left. Contesting.
Got a lob and a catch and shoot. Gets it in. Pung. Right in front of the student section. Hearing it from the blackout crew. Going Makinano to bang in the bucket. Aggressive early here. Maddox Pung, 4 points in the opening quarter. It belonged here to Ethan Chung and Tanoa Scanlon, 12 of the Punahou 19 after all.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
You see this all white meat chicken, breaded in tortilla chips? Here at Taco Bell, we're calling them, wait for it, nuggets. They're nothing like classic nugs, but you're just gonna have to accept that. I mean, we could have called them anything, really, like Derek. No backstory, just Derek. But nuggets is already baked into everyone's memories, and so is Hidden Valley Ranch, obviously. And we mixed it with Diablo. Diabolical. Crispy chicken nuggets.
Aloha, I'm Dudley Leandro. Join me as I visit with local chefs, musicians, and Kamaina who all share the love of good grinds.
Another key to his successful poke is fresh fish. Fresh fish meaning it's 100 feet from the store. And they go every day to Honolulu Fish Auction and pick up their fish.
Tune into Dut's Grinds and Good Times Monday at 9:30 p.m. and all throughout the week only on Spectrum OC16.
Ninth Island Connection highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities, both and on and off the strip. We keep our viewers connected with the Ninth Island, Las Vegas. Of course, we can't forget about the casinos that make Vegas, Vegas. With exclusive tours of the incredible amenities and beautiful accommodations, we bring the Las Vegas Casino into our viewers' homes.
Friday, Hawaii opens the season against the Bulldogs of Gonzaga University. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go with the Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download it now, wherever you get your apps. We'll be in Manoa tomorrow. Banco Arena Stan Sheriff Center for the state championship. There you see Brian McGinnis of the Spectrum News app. Braden Aoki of the HHSAA and Scoring Live. Tanya Hoadon, state champion, here in the house too. Tiki Akina Watson in the background. I feel like we're at the Classic. All the big names here are out.
Shouldn't he be getting treatment?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Fair ball on the shot there from Hirosuna Kenny. And Bennett, good effort to try and save it. And Scanlon inbounded right in front of the Punahou Sports Network, by the way. They said they were us. More on that in a second, though.
Yeah, they're dressed pretty well.
Yeah. They're dressed better than us. 19-10. In the corner, Chung. Off on a triple. It comes out off a couple of taps to Scanlon. Makinano in rhythm. Oh, yeah.
Makinano has been sneakily good. He hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, but when he's gotten them and he's taking them, he's making them.
Coming off 5 points in that win over Mililani in the last round. Harrison Kenny missed the three. Rebound for Todd Perry. The lead's a dozen. It could grow here potentially. Makinano, pedal to the metal, got Pung up. Look at Cohen, he's feeling it. Cohen slammed on it. Scanlon against Cipriano. Good find to Todd Perry. Wow.
Just a perfect pass there by Tanoa Scanlon. Got met out on the perimeter with the strength of Cipriano and just saw the well-timed cut by Todd Perry.
Pung put it on the floor. Steps inside. Tough, too. Excellent work there for Pung. To a 5 from the field. He's got a half dozen.
Excellent choice by Pung to go back to where he started. First 2 buckets. One in the lane, then one at the free throw line. And they kind of went away from that. And now going back to it, getting that bucket.
Oh, Scanlon trying to be a lone selfish, trying to find his volleyball bro. couldn't find. A couple of volleyball guys hooking up here.
Yeah, that quick swing to Makinano, and he buries that three. You're looking over his shoulder again from Tanoa Scanlon, catching Todd Perry with the well-timed cut.
Inside, there's Pung. Draws a foul. This will go on Todd Perry. It'll be Pung right back to the stripe. They're not making it easy here for Maddox Pung, and understandably so. He had a season high and a career high 32 against Punahou in the opening night. They had 22 last night.
Again, another good decision. Just going to the rack, being able to turn that corner. No help in the lane, so he just attacks the basket.
Pung, who played some flag football growing up. In fact, he was a decent receiver, but basketball ended up being the better route. And his father played. Went through the KBA group and comes in here, just slowly chipping away now, within 10.
See if Kailua is able to stick with it. We said they started out the game attacking the basket, and that's where they got some easy buckets. Were a lot closer with the score, and then they got away from it. And here they are back again, Pung attacking the rim.
Scanlon. Pull up pop. The tip from Chung. Did Chung go over the back of somebody? Yeah, he did. One of the Buffalo players did so.
I think they called it on the bottom guy, which was Cipriano, just backing in.
There are just four bodies trying to crash the glass. Lloyd's back on here for Todd Perry.
Punahou able to go pretty deep with their rotation. See multiple players already entering the game for the Buff and Blue.
Chung trying to work around a screen and was ready for a trigger pull.
Had Tanoa Scanlon there on the curl, about 5 feet from the basket. When he catches it that deep, even the strength of Cipriano really can't affect that shot.
Remember, Sebastian Letta, other team leading scorers, on the bench, a couple of fouls. Chung right to the rack, blocked by Bennett. Lloyd the putback. Nahua Lloyd.
Lloyd missed about 3 games in the middle of the season. Got his ribs kind of banged up with all that physicality, but he was the fresh body that just came into the game, crashing the offensive glass and earning that second chance bucket.
Bennett screen, no switch, Pung a three. Made him pay. Maddox Pung, his first one here tonight, and the 61st of his career. The lob for Scanlon. Cipriano was on the front side of that. Great sign of sportsmanship to pick up Scanlon, make sure that he was okay.
Interested to see how they call this, because, I mean, you know, there wasn't really a play made on the ball.
Yeah, they're really here on Cipriano, and that's what Wally Marcial is saying, too. I think a rule of shooting discussion here between the three officials in the act. It did not look like he was in the act of shooting. This just looked like...
Yeah, a couple things there, right? Like, he didn't really catch the ball, so couldn't be in the act of shooting necessarily. But, you know, also on that same note, right, Cipriano's not playing the ball either. So what do you call?
And the explanation here, as Scanlon gets to the line, he will miss on the free throw. Let's bring in our OC16 basketball rules analyst, Tom Yoshida. Tom?
I think you need to at least have the ball to be in the act of shooting. I didn't necessarily think when the foul was committed, I don't think he had the ball.
Yeah, fair.
So I think that is the fundamental thing where active shooting, since he didn't have the ball, I don't think it should have been a shooting foul.
I appreciate you, Tom. Yeah, I think the same sentiment that everyone here in the booth. But Punahou will benefit out of it. Ultimately, it's a 9-point advantage. Cipriano set the screen. Pung, can he catch fire? Oh, it's building.
That's twice they need to figure out their coverage, does Punahou. So last time down, it was Tanoa Scanlon switching off, Ethan Chung not stepping up. They looked at each other with palms up. 2 different players involved in this last play. Again, not stepping up and giving Pung that opportunity to hit the three.
A travel on Chung. Darren Matsuda debating on whether he was going to call that timeout. We're close to the TV timeout. Opts not to use it here. Pung adds to his total. He's got 14.
That's where Nahua Lloyd needs to switch, step up, especially if Dane Kellner is going to switch and go backwards.
Pung, a three. Oh, he's lethal! The typical scenario. Hand down, man down. Maddox up. 3-point game.
With Popeye's new $7 Fage menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. But no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kailua hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Kailua, helping you find what you need is our top priority. Take our lead lumberman, Eddie.
How's it?
He enjoys helping customers find what they need.
My customers are like my friends. It really makes my day when I get to help them out.
Right on, Eddie. Here in Kailua, we're here, ready to serve you. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid...
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Drive Aloha, drive Hyundai.
With Popeye's new $7 Fage menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. But no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Tomorrow we'll have the boys basketball state championships, Division II and Division I action. We do know this. Seabury Hall knocked off Pahoa. Congratulations, Scott Prather. En route to maybe defend their state championship. And then Kahuku won earlier today. So 2 of our 4 championship teams are set. Punahou alumni band in the house. They're sitting right in the middle kind of the student section. They're almost engulfed by the blackout. Shout out to them. Some University Laboratory students here in the house too. Kaneki Tan's here. So everyone all locked in. Kailua got 17 points from Maddox Pong. He has 13 here in the quarter. In fact, he has all 13 of Kailua's points in the period.
Yeah, Punahou needed that timeout to address how they're going to cover that ball screen involving Maddox Pong. 3 consecutive plays just went under and gave Maddox Pong the clean opportunity to knock down threes. After the first 2, you got to step up. You got to switch. It doesn't matter what you do. Send 2 bodies at him, but you cannot sag and let him shoot that.
Cipriano almost gave a one-handed Heimlich to Scanlon. He picked up his 3rd foul. Now he has to play like a wall. It's deflected up, and good possession here. Pong, dangerous pass. Hirasuna Kenny. Got it! Tie game. After trailing by 14, it's 26 up.
Big hit by Hirasuna Kenny. Those are the shots that he's so good at. When he's set and squared, he is really accurate.
Scanlon. In and out. Pong the rebound. This is a very dangerous Kailua team right now. With flow, with pace. Pong can feel it. It's in his eyes right now.
Good job of bringing it back out, staying patient. You can feel yourself being hot and want that heat check. We got to stay patient here.
Pong wants to take it. You know it. He will. Too strong. Makinano the rebound. 2:40 here to go. Scanlon, 6 points here tonight. The scoring has been much more balanced on the Punahou side. Makinano's helped in that regard. Backdoor cut. Good poke from Bennett. Broke up the passing lane.
Good idea, but Bennett was sitting there just reading that play. He saw exactly what Makinano saw. Ends up poking that one in, getting that deflection and the turnover.
An official's time taken. And I think someone might be a little sick here. And I think it's Cipriano. Yeah, Cipriano was a little ill. Let's go back to the pass here. This is big here for Hirasuna Kenny, just for his confidence.
Kailua getting the stop there on the defensive side and then turning it right back into offense. Getting up the floor quickly, finding Hirasuna Kenny wide open.
You see that Cipriano's okay. He jogged right back to the bench. He's all right. It's a great sign, too, by the way. And so in for him is Taven Kahele, another football athlete. Moving screen, going to go the other way. Hirosuna Kenny.
So we talked about earlier how Maddox Pong did such a good job early to start the game, and then I went to a little low and then went back and started attacking the basket again. And because he was able to turn the corner so many times, it forced the help defenders to sit, which gave him that chance to knock down those threes coming off that same screen action.
Yeah, moving screen the other way. And we go here on Kellner. Taven Kahele, number 14. Not a lot of basketball experience, but he came over from Damien Memorial School, had a great intermediate football career. He said, if I get into the game, shout me out. All right, Taven, here we go. Junior, right side of your screen. He's in for Cipriano, who was in for Letta. Remember, because he picked up 2 fouls, and Cipriano picked up his 3rd earlier in the period. Pong put on the deck. Great move, Makinano, one-on-one. Makinano. No, tip, Scanlon, back tap, Kellner the chase. Chung wants it, didn't get it. Slip inside Kellner. Strong. Oh, Kahele got the rebound. Open is Hirosuna Kenny. Calling. Steps into a 3. Goal glass. Bennett cleans up the mess.
Hirosuna Kenny was open for so long. I think he built up all this adrenaline jumping up and down, ends up shooting it long, but virtually a pass to his teammate there on the backside to Bennett.
And looky here. Kailua on top by 2. With the foul before the shot. So go against Nainoa Hirosuna Kenny.
You'd see him jumping up and down there on the sideline, just all juiced up. Shoots it long. And perfect bounce back to Bennett for the bucket.
Here's Chung at the line. Chung was in the top 3 free throw percentage all throughout the year at 78%. And now, on his 50th attempt, misses that one. He'll still stay at 78 right now. But Chung was 7 for 10 at the line against Mililani yesterday in the quarters. It's 1 of 2.
When Chung's really good, he's balancing the threes. Obviously, he's an incredible three-point threat. But when he's attacking the basket, he can use that 6'6" length to post up around the rim or get into that mid-range where he's also really good.
Pong somehow kept the pivot foot down, now trapped in the paint and chucked it up. Still time here with 18 to shoot. Got to go down with 10. Kuhn saw the clock. Hirosuna Kenny off the heel. Rebound Kellner. The shot clock's off and Makinano's got the ball. Punahou led by as many as 14. They can take the lead into the locker room here in the final 10. Scanlon. Hirosuna Kenny lets it fly. And the half is over. It was the Maddox Pong period. 13 in the quarter, 17 for the game. Trailed by as many as 14. And the OIA runners-up will take a 1-point lead at the break. And the last of the semifinals on Spectrum OC 16.
This Spectrum OC 16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
So, you two been chasing
Lalo's gonna kill me. It's not that bad, bro. It's got bullet holes in it. Well, good.
Zippy's was their last stop. Make your next stop Zippy's with the Wrecking Crew pack. Now through March 1st. Check out the Wrecking Crew on Prime Video.
Well, this should be fun. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Friday. It's the biggest night of the season. Who rises to the occasion to cut down the nets? It's the HHSAA Boys Basketball State Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Aloha, we are the Brothers, and you're watching Spectrum OC 16.
Hey, this week on Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, right here at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows, we got my niece, Sienna Rudis, will be joining us. What are you going to make?
I'm going to make matcha ice cream topped with honey roasted peanuts.
Okay, what else you doing?
And I'll be doing a black sesame rice cake.
Oh, those are my two favorites. I'm so happy that you're here. Make sure you check it out. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style.
Calling all car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV. Here's what's on. We head out to a meetup at Blazing Effects with Ashikanik Malia. Then some of Hawaii's sweetest rides gather at Cars and Coffee with Ed Kemper. Plus, we'll get behind the wheel of an all-new Kia Sportage. Find out if it's the right car for you. So catch Island Driver TV Saturday night at 7:30 and all through the week exclusively on Spectrum OC16, Hawaii's only automotive show.
Saturday, it's a Valentine's Day showdown as Hawaii returns to the hardwood to square off against the CSUN Matadors. Rainbow Wahine basketball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Surf Riders trailed by 14. They lead by 1 here at the break over the number 1 seed in the tournament, the defending state champs, the Punahou Buff and Blue. In that quarter, Maddox Pung, 4 for 5, 3 of 4 above the arc. He had 13 points to help fuel the Surf Riders and ride this wave to a 1-point lead.
Yeah, just popping back in it so quickly, back to back threes off of a similar, very simple action. Off of that ball screen with Punahou dropping under it and him burying it. This is him earlier in the game attacking the basket, which is the reason they had to sag so much, but making them pay from close, making them pay from deep.
Jack in the Box halftime stats. Kailua on top, 28-27. Things got a little better here. Just shots didn't go down late here for the Punahou Buff and Blue. They were 3 of 11 in the second quarter.
Yeah, kind of just a game of runs. Punahou was a lot hotter in that first quarter and then cooled off in the second. And Kailua kind of found their way, but broken coverages by Punahou. So we'll see if Kailua can continue this on and balance that mix of attacking the basket, knocking down the threes, and being patient with their possessions.
And really the rhythm kind of had their brakes slammed on here for the Kailua Surf Riders. The worst part about this halftime is that it's a natural stoppage, right? So it's a team that runs on rhythm. The question is it sustainable here as they move into the final 16 of this?
You know, and I think it can be. And what you forgot about, right? Cipriano gave such good minutes. This is with Sebastian Letta on the bench nearly the entire first half because he picked up those fouls. So he'll come back in, another scoring threat. He had 4 points before he even went out. So he's going to add another option offensively, even if they miss a shot, to go and get a bucket.
Tides are rising here for Kailua. Maddox Pung, excellent work, 13 points, catching large-sized basketball barrels to take a 1-point lead at the break in the Division I semifinals.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $279 per month lease or 2.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V two-wheel drive LX.
You see this old white meat chicken breaded in tortilla chips? Here at Taco Bell, we're calling them, wait for it, nuggets. They're nothing like classic nugs, but you're just gonna have to accept that. I mean, we could have called them anything, really, like Derek. No backstory, just Derek. But nuggets is already baked into everyone's memories, and so is Hidden Valley Ranch, obviously. And we mixed it with Diablo. Diabolical. Crispy chicken nuggets from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
Punahou trails by 1. Typically in matches like these, pretty good second half showing. They have overcome some early deficits over the regular season with their inside-outside game, particularly on the outside. One of the better three-point shooting teams in the ILH this past season. Ethan Chung helping in that regard.
Yeah, he got going early, knocked down those couple of threes back to back off of the flare, off of the step back, and then Tanoa Scanlon knocks down a three late in that quarter. Well, Makinano, again, 4 and 4 on each side, three-pointers made by Kailua and by Punahou, and that's going to have to continue. These guys are going to get opportunities. They're going to take things away, whether it's the drive, and then it's going to lead to a three, then they're going to take away the three, and it's going to lead to some buckets. So finding that balance and being accurate from both locations is going to be so important.
Yeah, and they got to hit threes because yesterday in the quarterfinal round, they were 0 for 7 from three, the first time in the regular or the playoff season where they did not hit a three. So far, they've hit a few, and right now, the home team is trailing by 1. Legends in the house, the great Pal Eldridge, so you know it's rainbow baseball season on Spectrum Sports.
If you're on the go, at home or anywhere in between, always be connected to UH Sports and local high school action with Spectrum Sports and Spectrum OC16.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
New Nissan? Not correct. Hey. You got to put it through its paces.
You can take it.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get 0% APR for 60 months when financed through INMAC, or get $3,500 to $6,000 total savings on select models.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Sunday, Hawaii returns to the Diamond for a rematch against the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
There's the legend C-Mac watching this game as the Kailua Surf Riders have the lead over his Punahou Buff and Blue right now by 1 point. What a wild first half it was. Talking to Darren Matsuda at the half from Punahou, and what he said was, at the same time that Kailua's offense got their groove back, his offense just completely fell out of their flow, so they're going to have to get that back. Plus, he said defensively, just some mistakes, some missed assignments, and they let the one guy open several times that they're not supposed to leave open in Maddox Pung. They're going to need to clean that up. Felipe and Dean will send it back to you.
All right, Jimmy, thank you so much. Hawaii, Dean Shimamoto is 1 for 1 in the HHSAA trivia contest. We got another one. I think you're going to get this, though. All right, here we go.
Oh, boy.
He stepped up to the plate in a big way to become the last player to be named Tournament Most Outstanding Player whose team did not capture the state title that same year. Who is he? You want to let it marinate?
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about this.
Okay. He stepped up to the plate in the big way to become the last player to be named Tournament MOP. The same year he did not win the state championship for his team. So Chris McLaughlin knows a little something about winning state championships. Has a great coach over at Punahou. He is a legend. Him and Kanoa do a tremendous job covering Rainbow Wahine, Rainbow Warrior basketball, and there you see the Punahou Sports Network, if you will, which includes Connor Junker, Lono Jurgensen, Preston Comerford, Jack Geyer, Blaze Bailey, Will Ruotola, Titan Komagome. Very nice, gentlemen. Very nice. Parker Nolan, Hayden Nolan's in there, too. Football athletes, future pilots. Shout out to them. Dressing up for the occasion. Here's Chung to begin the period with Scanlon, Makinano, Lloyd, and Kellner. Lloyd on Bennick, who gets called for the foul. Lloyd will come to the line for 2.
You can see how much attention those two draw in Scanlon and Chung when they're involved in the screen action. Everyone gets caught watching, and there was Bennick trying to play the help position, and Lloyd snuck behind them. Perfect pass by Scanlon.
So Lloyd comes to the line here, just 2 points. First trip to the line tonight. Talk about underrated guys, too, on this team. The guys are just, like in the coal mines, just continuously working. It's Nahua Lloyd, right? And he really found his voice, right? Lost a good amount of weight, too. More mobile, more agile. Volleyball athlete. He's been great.
Yeah, played a big role last year in that state championship run, along with Dane Kellner. Just these unsung heroes, the stars in their roles, and they just embrace it and do it really, really well.
Goes 1 of 2 on the trip to tie to 28. Pung, Bennick, Coons, Letta back on. Gets his first touch in a minute. Goes up. And go to the free throw line.
There's that inside threat that Kailua needs. So early on, it was Maddox Pung attacking the basket, getting all the way to the rim. Now the luxury of being able to throw it to Letta there on the block. Really nice for them to have. And at some point, they're going to sink, and maybe they get some more opportunities from three.
Like I said, his footwork has been way better this year. It's kind of the backbone of his work ethic came from his mom, Sugar, his father, Ross Tito. Aspirations of becoming a nurse after his high school days are done. And he has really nursed Kailua in some difficult situations this year when they need scoring, when they needed rebounding. And here he is, knocking down 2 at the line.
You know, we talked about the role players for Punahou, and there you see it for Kailua. The guys that held ground, Cipriano and Kahele, while Letta was out. Not only did they hold ground, they actually built the lead.
Pung twice off the 10 on a 3. Here's Pung. Game high 17. Averaging 27 in the tourney, but he left his feet. Always dangerous when you're passing. Chung, a triple. He's got 3 in the game. He's got 10 points, and Punahou's back on top.
See, Pung, as you said, left his feet, and when you see him leave his feet from that distance, it looks like he's shooting it. Players went to go in and rebound, ended up in a turnover.
Nothing there from Bennick. Here's Pung. Scanlon side-eyeing that Letta screen. Double coming, and the takeaway for Chung. 4 on 3. Chung. Scanlon, no. And sitting on the end line, the colored area was Chung. It's off of him, and it's Kailua ball. Ethan Chung, who used to play for Paul Honda's Thunder team, comes in there. A little thunderbolt from the long line.
Same kind of mistake there by Kailua. That's the one guy you cannot leave wide open from 3. Just like Punahou did to Maddox Pung, and too much space for Ethan Chung.
Arms almost got tangled up between Scanlon and Pung. Inside Letta against Lloyd. He traveled though. Good call, Tony Colazo.
Good idea. Great deep position there for Letta, but Lloyd did an exceptional job of just staying strong, using that bottom half to push. Cause a travel for Letta and earns his way to a possession.
Makinano. Now the point guard has become a precious position here for Darren Matsuda's group. The last couple of years, he said the Makapulais operate in that regard, and off on the missed shot. Coons got the rebound. Here's Pung. Maddox Pung. Oh my goodness. Pung, everything in the bag to roll in. Points 18 and 19.
Just love the craftiness. Played through the strength of Dane Kellner. Got him up in the air with the pivot. What a great move.
Pung has 19 points. He's 6 of 10 from the field. Scanlon has got 6 points, and open is Lloyd for 2 more.
Second time, and maybe even the third time, where Samoa Scanlon gets all the eyeballs on him, and Bennett got caught staring, lost Nahua Lloyd, and can't do that. Scanlon is too good of a passer.
Pung. Letta. Pung a triple. Short. Coons. Yes.
Second time for Kailua, where an air ball, basically air ball, a rimless shot ends up as a bucket, an offensive rebound for the Surf Riders.
Scanlon from 15. In and out. Bennick gobbles up another board. That's his 7th rebound now. Pung up ahead. Letta. Timeout. Punahou. What's underrated is the speed here and the awareness from their senior leader, Sebastian Letta. You're not going to guard Letta? You better.
With Popeye's new $7 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Oh yeah. Something about slipping out off the radar and I'm gone. Whoa, oh, oh. 'Cause I need a break from the days that are tripping at my soul. Whoa, oh, oh. And I don't need a reason to tell you where I'm leaving. Take me to paradise. Paradise.
Oh, I just got pounded. My body's all sore. Time for some Happy Warrior Kava.
Enjoy the best-selling kava in Hawaii. Happy Warrior Kava relaxes the mind and body and uplifts your spirits. Available at a store near you.
With Popeye's new $7 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
What a beautiful time it is. Rainbow Warrior Baseball exclusively on Spectrum Sports Hawaii to take on Gonzaga. We'll see it tomorrow on Spectrum Sports and the Spectrum News app. Glorious Les Murakami Stadium. Soon to be the official Hall of Famer. Great Les Murakami. 36-33 here, Coach.
Yeah, Kailua hanging around, and some of it is because of good offense by Kailua, and that time they just seized an opportunity. Punahou stepped up in transition rather than getting back, which gave Letta that clean lane to the bucket, and not in the same way, but a similar breakdown when they're allowing Pung to go and get those threes. You got to get back.
Punahou 2 for 7 here in the quarter. Scanlon will try and change it, but prior to that movement from Keone Todd Perry. So Keola Todd Perry took that screen and established himself. It's a foul on him.
Maybe a record amount of illegal screens called here tonight. Feels like a bunch of them.
Like 4 or 5, maybe? I think you're right. Halfway home here in the fourth. Kailua trying to get to the final for the first time since 1982, and a hook around from Letta. He's that left arm. So Letta picks up his third at the 3:50 mark of the third. It's on Letta, 24.
You know, virtually offsetting penalties. They get a illegal screen here backside, then a hook offensive foul on the other end, and we're back where we started.
Buff and Blue trail by 3 here. Here's Makirano. Pung gets the assignment. Here in this man. Coach Wally Marcial said we want to be known as a defensive-minded squad. Todd Perry, the bang and a bucket, and a chance for 3.
Punahou continuing to rotate in fresh bodies. Todd Perry being that one. Lloyd was in earlier, and he has that energy to go and attack the glass. Looks like he's just floating there, grabbing the offensive rebound, and the quick second jump puts it back with the foul.
First trip to the line. This will be his 9th free throw of the season in game number 15 of the year. They've been doing it all season long. 36 up. Hung with 19.
It's such a luxury to have for Punahou to bring in extra 6'5", 6'6" guys coming off the bench with athleticism.
Pung, turnaround. Off of Cipriano.
Pung with a strong attack, but a really good contest by Tanoa Scanlon, pushing out to 15 feet with a hand in your face. That's a tough shot to make.
Punahou did a good job of kind of containing the main scorers, and a foul here on Todd Perry. Stuck out the elbow on Hirisuna Kenny. So that's his third, and Hua Lloyd has to quickly come back into the game.
You can see him bracing there for that screen, and I think just that little lean forward or left is what might have been seen on that call. Just not much there.
I don't think it was a shorter length apart either with his base. Kind of spread out the legs and Threw it all. That elbow stuck out too. Here is Pung. Pung slipping. Oh my goodness. He traveled. Pung saying I got fouled. Well, that was a good call here from Tony Colasso.
Another good job defensively there by Tanoa Scanlon. Had that first foul early, but he stayed away, just kind of using his length. Backing up.
Yeah. Mapiano. Scanlon. Hit the shot clock. It's out of bounds. Kind of a weird flow the last 6 possessions now here.
Yeah, not used to seeing Scanlon shoot a lot of these threes, but they're playing on the inside of him, knowing how good he is from that 12-foot range. So got to step up and take a couple of those and maybe make a couple just to loosen up the defense.
Here's Harrison and Kenny. Can he operate? Trying to drive hard inside. Tough fadeaway. Twice off it's in. Lloyd among the trees. The biggest Redwood gets it, but he double dribbled. Yes, he did. This is what you would call the opposite 6-7. Typically you go palms to the ceiling. This is a double dribble.
Just got caught. Really strong rebound there by Lloyd and tried to push it out into transition. You see it get caught up right there after that first dribble. 2 hands up. Tried to take that hand away. Nearly got away with it, but got the double dribble call.
Yeah, look at the bewilderment. Oh, that's a meme right there. I love the facial expressions here from Lloyd, but came on with it. Good kid. We'll get right back at it here. 36 up. All right, so we talked about the trivia question earlier, right? I think it's time to revisit that. For those of you just joining us, we'll have one of these each of the next couple of broadcasts, including tomorrow. He stepped up to the plate in a big way to become the last player to be named Tournament MOP, whose team did not capture the state title that year. You want a hint?
I'm really just going to go with Iva Arquette. That's the only guy I could think of that actually played baseball. I know they won, and he probably was the most lifetime player, but my hope was that it was the year before.
When did you graduate? High school?
1994.
That's your hint.
That's my hint?
Yeah.
Oh, Lika Smith?
Answer? Kahi Villa.
Wow.
Iolani had won the state championship that year, but it was Kamehameha Kapalama's Kahi Villa.
That's right. He was spectacular.
Yes, he was.
I could have gotten that.
Yeah. You know, tomorrow's trivia is going to be spell Iolani. That'll be the.
But you need to make sure the Okina is included.
He stepped up to the plate with a clue, too.
No. That's why I was trying to think. I know Alika Smith was a really good baseball player as well.
Yeah, very nice. He's got a thumbs up from Tom. 2 minutes in to go. Here's Coons trying to clear space, and a foul there on Hunter Bond. Already in the bonus, and now here comes Dylan Coons, one of the nicest kids you're going to find here with this family. He's given so much to the program. We talked about his brother Ethan Coons, the efforts of his mother helping out with the score table and the concession stands for many years. She's enjoyed her time kind of watching Dylan Coons kind of go out throughout his senior year. Came off the bench with energy last season. Here he is in 1 of 2.
He's really been quiet, and that doesn't mean he's not doing his job, because he continues to be quiet and make an impact. He's been handling the ball a lot for this team for the most part of this season, but he is capable of scoring, grabbing rebounds, doing a lot of things, being very versatile.
Here's Scanlon. Scanlon just 6 points here in the game. Steps in for a 2. Oh! In the window there.
There just always seems to be someone there in his face, and if he shoots that jumper, there's an extended arm, and that could account for his lack of real production because he's so accurate from that distance.
Oh my goodness! Maddox Pung! Turn him up! It's on Scanlon, and a chance for 3 for the senior Pung.
2 of the top scorers in the state going against each other, just one-on-one here attacking. Goes to that left side and left-handed scoop with the contact. Again, that craftiness by Pung, just knows how to score.
Pung hits the free throw. He's got 5 in the quarter. The two that Tanoa hit was his first points of the period. 2-point lead for the Surf Riders. Kellner. Oh, Bond. That hit near the shot clock. And the defensive rebound here taken by Pung. Pung. Oh, Hirosuna Kenny. Rebound there for Scanlon. Outlet Chung. One-on-one. Chung in the lane. He got it and a foul. The sportscasters got a little overzealous. Said to get warned. Stay off the floor. Chung on the floor. The bruise in the bucket.
The long shot by Hirosuna Kenny resulted in that long rebound. And the run out by Ethan Chung. So great pass forward. Throwing it up the floor by Scanlon, and Ethan Chung just attacked the basket right away. Played strong through the contact. Big finish.
Chung, as we mentioned, Long Beach State commit. Third-year varsity man, averaging 15 a game this season. A chance to get Punahou the lead. It was only outscored Kailua by 2 in the quarter. They trailed by 1 at the break. About a 3-second differential between the clocks.
Punahou going into this 2-3 zone to end the quarter. They are going to have to be aware of where the shooters are.
Oh, Bennick. Little 1-foot hopper. 42-41. Punahou with the final chance. Get a good shot off. 6 to shoot. Scanlon. Tough one. Rattled in. 5 times off the 10. No good. It goes off Lloyd. Here with 2 seconds to go.
Those are the shots that Tanoa Scanlon hits all season. But again, the Kailua defense, the long arms of all these players, Letta and Coons and Bennett.
Coons. End of the quarter. Team score even here in the quarter. 14 apiece. Kailua trying to get to the final for the first time since 1982. Will it happen here tonight? Off we go to the 4th. This presentation of the Hawaii Army National Guard Boys Basketball State Championship Tournament on Spectrum OC16 continues after this.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
Yeah, he blew up my other car. That's not what happened.
Surprised me at all.
Literally what happened. Leto's gonna kill me.
It's not that bad, bro.
It's got bullet holes in it.
Well, good.
Zippies was their last stop. Make your next stop Zippies with the Wrecking Crew pack. Now through March 1st. Check out The Wrecking Crew on Prime Video.
This should be fun. Yeah, I'm pumped.
At JN Chevrolet, we believe you should get more for less every day. More selection with tons of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. And more value from the best offers on new and pre-owned vehicles to the highest cash payouts for your trade. Come get it all at JN Chevrolet.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
You only get one brain. If you take a hit to the head, take it seriously.
Don't tough it out. Report it. Tell your coach or parent how you really feel.
And look out for your teammates. If something seems off, speak up.
You've got 2 arms,
2 legs,
2 eyes,
but only one brain. Protect it.
Play hard, play safe, speak up. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com.
We got your Rainbow Wahine basketball coming your way as Hawaii will take on CSUN. Goes down on Spectrum Sports Saturday. The game over. Oh no.
Whoops.
The flag came off.
Nobody saw.
Now what you didn't see at home is that he kind of repaired the flag and still waved it in the stands. There it is. Yep. Rise to their feet. They're in a Kamuela Wilhelm shirt. Fourth quarter begins with Dean Shimamoto, Jimmy Bender, the Hall of Famer Tom Yoshida, Felipe Ojastro. The winner to take on Kahuku tomorrow for the Division I championship at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Kailua with the win can knock off, put on the tournament for the first time in 54 years and get to the final for the first time in 44 years. Here's Pung. Just kept that foot down. Bennick here. They have time. Pung a three. Rebound taken by Bennick, and the trip stays here. 22 points for Pung.
Great minutes by Bennick. Remember, the end of that last quarter, he shot that little one-legged runner to give them the lead, and here he is getting that offensive rebound.
Pung is open, found the long line. Short on a three, and the back tap comes to Scanlon. He only had 2 points in the third quarter, 6 in the first half. There's 8 total for the game.
That was a pretty good look there by Pung. Bennick set a great screen. Good action by Kailua. Just couldn't get that one to connect. Gonna need a little bit of extra legs here coming down late in this game.
Student section already rising to their feet. Oh, it's an offensive foul. Pung took the charge. And that's the third here on Scanlon.
Great job defensively by Pung. Just reading that action. Staying on that shoulder, taking the hit. Little embellishment there, but definitely took that contact to the chest.
Shoulder lowered. Yep. Oh my goodness. Like a crash test dummy there for a second.
That being said, I like what Punahou is doing, trying to put Tanoa Scanlon down there on the block. He's been catching it a lot on the perimeter, having trouble hitting that 12-footer. So putting him down closer to the basket gives him that chance to shoot that turnaround.
Hirosuna Kenny's been a tough night for him, and it continues.
Came off of that screen. We usually see Pung being that guy. Not able to handle it. Just goes off that leg and out of bounds.
11 turnover here. They had 11 in total last night in the win over Kailua. Chung quickly closed in. Get a foul on Cipriano, it looked like. And be careful, because now that's his fourth. Marcial looks at his coaching staff. Says, what do I want to do here?
Yeah, Letta already sitting with his 4 on the bench, and that's who Cipriano is in for.
Kellner pull up, just short. 3 tips around, comes back to Kellner. Opens Makinano. To a double out of it. And 3 in the key. Great defense from Maddox Pung.
Makinano was there looking for help. He caught it in the key, used up that dribble on that gather, and just got stuck with no guys running over. So he's like, hey guys, you got to come and help me.
Maddox Pung. Got a couple of gamers on the floor. And got blocked by Scanlon. What a job there from Scanlon. Makinano accelerates. Pushing with pace now. Hirosuna Kenny. Off on a 3. Bennick the back tap. Hirosuna Kenny chased it down. Downwind Scanlon. Pung takes it. And a blocking foul on Scanlon. That's his 4th with 5:38 to go in the 4th.
Really tough shot there by Pung. Tanoa Scanlon, 6'6", still in his face. And Makinano didn't have numbers. It was basically 1-on-3, and he still just forced the action. Ends up getting the bucket. And here Pung looked like a clean hit to the chest, but Scanlon may have been falling early, and if there was anything why that call was made, it was because of that.
Surf Riders take time. And look, 2 football guys just trying to hype each other up, right? Max Kamai was getting him some good minutes during the tournament on Cipriano. Bring here Tom for a second as we look at this replay again. Remember, this came immediately after Tanoa Scanlon popped up. Because he went down, then popped right back up to try and get into legal guarding position, Tom.
And, you know, that's what the officials need to do. They need to, before the contact takes place, they first need to find out, is the defender in legal guarding position, which simply means 2 feet on the ball, 2 feet on the ground, facing forward. And if they literally beat the offensive player to the spot, they can still be moving and still take the charge. So in this case, the lead official, Tony Collazo, had to make a judgment where was he set before contact took place. Close play. You know, we could see that 3-4 times, but the officials got 1 shot at it.
That's a great point there, Tom. Thank you so much. And that's critical, too, because, you know, it's a 4th foul. So now you have Cipriano 4, Leto with 4 for Kailua, and now Toa Scanlon with 4, Coach.
Yeah, with 5:38 remaining in what is expected to be a very close game all the way to the buzzer. And what that takes away is his ability to attack really hard because there's a chance of an offensive foul, but also to defend, and he's such a key defender. He's been the guy guarding Pung all night.
Blocked there by Scanlon. You know, and most times Dylan Coons gets that ball quickly in with his height. Scanlon seeing eye to eye with him at 6'6". Here's Pung. Pung fading. Tough, too. He's got 24.
There you see the immediate payoff of that 4th foul, right? Because normally it would have been to Noah Scanlon, and he does not get that jumper off on Scanlon. Instead, it's Makinano who gives up about 6 inches.
Chung swirls out a 3. Coons gets the rebound. With the final 5:10 to go in regulation. Pung, one-handed interception by Lloyd. Threw a foul out of it, too. And that's on Letta. And Letta's done.
Yeah, look at Pung. Able to shoot that over Makinano. The difference between Scanlon and Makinano, again, maybe about 6 inches, and able to get that over the top. So that 4th foul already paying dividends here for Kailua. But great defense there by Lloyd, using his strength, drawing that foul. I didn't see much there, but Lloyd just being strong.
That's big. Anything else?
Yeah, huge. I mean, you know, he's been sitting out a lot over the course of this game, but he is one of the premier inside scorers, not just in his game tonight, but in the States. So taking away that option this early, really tough.
Letta finishes with 8 points and just 1 rebound. The foul there on Pung, who picks up his 2nd. It's the 3rd team foul for Kailua. Entry to Scanlon, lost it out of bounds. Again, the defensive pressure and the pain from Maddox Pung has been exceptional.
Oh, if Dane Kellner just waited another second, it was Ethan Chung coming around clean on that screen-to-screener action, and he would have had a really nice look at 3.
Pung has 24 points tonight, pulls up for 2. Rebound Makinano and Kellner. 4:40 to go.
That matchup probably more ideal for the Buff and Blues, to put Kellner on Pung and just to kind of use that football and football strength and long jump athleticism.
Quick turnaround for Scanlon, tries to get the follow through, draws a foul as he comes flying in. This one is on Dylan Coons, so he gets his first. That's the last to give here in the last 4:29. So Punahou essentially in the bonus the rest of the way.
Just calling that push on the back, or also referee Tony Collazo may have been saving Maddox Pung there from an extra foul, calling that one on Coons.
You know, it hasn't been the typical volume scoring type of game here for Noah Scanlon, but he is still finding ways to affect the game. Star player you have to account for on the defensive side if you're Kailua. Scanlon here tonight, subpar by his standard at the line, 69% for the year.
So just to break down what happened, the last time these 2 teams played in the Ray Fujina Invitational, Scanlon actually struggled in that game. He went 4 for 16 from the field. At one point, missed about 9 shots in a row, which is not ordinary for him. But then came back and knocked down basically the game-tying 3 at the buzzer to send the game to overtime, which they ended up winning.
44 apiece. Pung lost it on the way up. Scanlon the rebound. Makinano looked like he mishandled it. It was untouched by the Surfriders. Looked like it might have kicked off of somebody, and it goes off Makinano.
Really didn't have the angle from where we're sitting, but thought it might have just been a mishandle by Makinano. I mean, he didn't really complain too much.
Every possession precious here down the stretch. History on the line for both. The 12-time state champion Punahou Buff and Blue against a Kailua team hoping to get to the final and cash in on an odyssey that's taken them 44 years. Inside, Hirosuna Kenny, short on the shot. The putback's good. On just his second field goal tonight, he's got 5 points.
The second effort made all the difference. First shot wasn't necessarily a great one, but continued to pursue that and get the bucket.
It takes us to our final timeout. 3:32 here remaining. Wow. How about Punahou? Just coming in here and kind of leading the way into it. And for the Buff and Blue, trying to cut back into it. Been a tough night here for Hirosuna Kenny, but gets a clutch bucket here.
Jack, when you look back on 75 years...
Oh, I'm not looking back. I'm bringing back my Chicken Supreme. It comes in a combo and munchie meal. This juicy fan favorite starts at just $6.99. Are you writing this down? Get the Chicken Supreme munchie meal with collectible jibby. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Heart pumping. Muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
These other guys don't have protein like me. Up to 35 grams in my protein bowls, or try my 2 for $7 Jack Wraps. If I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it. Try my protein bowls and Jack Wraps. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Friday. It's the biggest night of the season. Who rises to the occasion to cut down the nets? It's the HHSAA Boys Basketball State Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Monday, Hawaii closes out its opening series with a matinee matchup against Gonzaga. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
The blackout is on here with the student section for the Buff and Blue, trying to will this team back into it. Punahou with the ball. You see some Kailua football players too in there. Henry Holbein on the left and looking on. Scanlon. No. Bennett rebound. 3:20 to go. How do you play this out for Kailua here?
Got to try and take a good shot. And it's been a lot of one-on-one action here for Kailua, but if they can get it out clean and Maddox Pung touches it, I feel pretty good about it.
Bennett, backdoor, Pung, counter and a hand in there. Even Pung saying, hey, Bennett, boy, slow down.
And you know what they were looking for on that play? Obviously the backdoor, but the timing was off. And if you're late on a backdoor call, they're fortunate not to turn that over.
Here comes Cipriano. Again, Letta is out with his 5 fouls, so Cipriano has had to really compensate for the physicality inside the paint. Bennick's done a tremendous job here as well for the Surf Riders. Coons, tough one over Scanlon. Scanlon alter that shot.
Coons trying to go against Scanlon with those 4 fouls, but Scanlon did a good job of just avoiding the contact, but still getting the touch and actually preserving the possession. A lot of times you block the ball, it goes out of bounds. The other team still gets it back, but keeping that.
Oh, backdoor, Scanlon, oh, robbed at the rim. The putback's good, and a chance for 3. And it's on Bennett.
Punahou looking for that backdoor play of their own. Goes from unfortunate with the miss to fortunate because he gets the bucket and the foul with the hit from Bennett. Huge.
Scanlon, 6 points in the first half, 5 here in the second. He's 4 of 17 from the field, but he's 2 of 6 at the line as well. And some good juju vibes sent from the student section. Punahou by 1. We've had our 15th lead change of this Division I semifinal. Coons almost turned it over. Diving after it, Pung gets all twisted up like a pretzel on top of Chung, and somehow Punahou has called time.
Scanlon with a huge defensive deflection. Game counter, pushing Pung off the block, not making an easy pass. There you see that deflection, just pokes it out, gets down for the ball. Chung hits the floor, pushes it back out to Kellner, and in some way was able to get the timeout call.
Well, the football-like scrum there to get that. And it was ruled clear possession. We're bringing Tom here for a second as well. Talking to Tom a lot here in this game. Rooster calling a timeout here, Tom. I know it's pretty simple, but specifically with that instance.
Well, it's big responsibility because first of all, you have to know, is the head coach or a player on the floor call a timeout? You have to figure that out first. And then when that's taken place, after you hear their verbal request, then you have to see, okay, did that team have the ball at the time? Only then you can call a timeout.
And sometimes it's not the nearest official that necessarily has to signal that, too.
Right. Generally, the person who is closest to the bench, because they're going to hear that request, and then that's when they're going to generally call the timeout. But a lot of times it's where the action is.
Yeah, in that case, usually the official with the wider angle had it and heard the bench call timeout, which is tough now here because Punahou only has one timeout left in the remaining 2:11 here this game. Punahou trying to get to another state final. If they do, it will be their 26th in program history. So Huku awaits the winner of this one. Chung. Lloyd. Chung. Inside. Kick out. Makinano. Tough one. 3 to shoot. Chung got fouled shooting the 3. It's on Hirasuna Kenny. It's his 4th.
So tough in a big moment. Obviously, that's late clock. You want to go out and contest it, but you cannot give up that foul. Catches him right on that forearm, on the wrist.
Oh, and Chung, who is the leader by free throw percentage. At best, it's still a 3-point game. There's still a boatload of time in Kailua with 3 timeouts.
You know, we keep talking back to that first time they played, and the similarities are just crazy, really, because actually they were up 4 late. Ethan Chung shoots a 3, and Hirasuna Kenny fouls him. Chung goes up and actually knocks down all 3, which gave them the chance to knock down that 3 at the tie.
Obviously, you don't need a 3 here, but Kailua, you need a good shot. Punahou is in the bonus, and Punahou has 2 fouls to give. It's in the hands of Maddox Pung. Pung. Coons wants it. Coons across the lane, the reverse. He'll go to the free throw line, and if it's on Scanlon, he's gone. It's on Scanlon. So he'll finish with 12 points, shooting 4 of 17 from the field with 9 rebounds and 3 assists.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's in one of those scenarios where there has to be an awareness. If you're going to call a 5th foul, just like let us. That if you're going to call a 5th foul, it matters. And I know a foul is a foul, but it really isn't down the stretch.
Clear and obvious usually. The only justification of that might be the body early on, but even that is kind of stretching. Max Kamai comes in for the first time. Coons missed the free throw. This to make it a 2-point game. Oh, he missed them both. And then Bennett gets called for the foul. A double whammy here for the Surf Riders. shooting situation in the bonus, and Bennett picks up his fourth.
And that's Ethan Chung going to the free throw line, one of the best shooters, free throw shooters, as you said, around. So the miss and then the foul. How this could be different, right? Making those 2 free throws, not putting them on the line for a couple of easy ones here for Ethan Chung.
Ethan Chung, 16 points. He's 31 total for the tournament. Throw a 2-possession game. (51-46). Timeout, Kailua. Punahou rising to the occasion again, much like they did in the ILH Championship, much like they did last year in the state championship. And with Scanlon out, it has been Ethan Chung kind of holding down the fort. He has a team-high 17.
These Final Four teams are so good, and your margins for victory are so slim. And in playoff-type basketball, in championship basketball, state tournament basketball, you have to cherish possessions. So you look at what it was, 47-46, and
foul on the three.
Yeah, Punahou about to take a quick three, not really set up, likely a miss, and Kailua regaining possession, potentially down 1, and they get the 2 out of the 3 by Ethan Chung on the foul on the three-pointer. Then they miss their 2 free throws themselves, and then end up fouling Ethan Chung. So 2 more points on what could have been, but those singular possessions down the stretch mean more. They just do.
And it was free throws that helped Punahou kind of overcome Mililani's late run in the second half. Punahou took 20 more free throw attempts than Mililani yesterday. It was 31 attempts for Punahou, 11 for Mililani. They were 20 of 31 yesterday. Coons. Here to Hirosuna Kenny.
So Kailua doesn't need a 3 just yet. They just need to continue to find buckets, continue to put pressure on this Punahou defense, and then the free throw shooters once they come back.
Screen from Bennett, switch to Chung, 7 to shoot, deep 3, Pung, hit the heel, it's up, it's Chung the rebound. 45 to go, and the foul game begins. It's on Makinano, and it's on Coons, his second. Here's Makinano, his second and third free throw attempts tonight for the 64% free throw shooting senior. That's big. Still a 2-possession game. Foul to give here for Punahou as well.
Regardless of the make or the miss, Kailua needs to continue to attack this. They have enough time to go out and get a quick 2.
Missed them both, and a foul here. It's on Kellner. So Kellner picks it up. It's the last to give. So a little ray of hope here for the Surf Riders and 2 timeouts.
So for Kailua, you really want to attack the basket and just continue to put pressure. Taking a hard, tough contested 3 that's low percent. I mean, if you get a great one, take it. But you don't need an exact 3 right now.
Pung looks like he wants it. Hirosuna Kenny will take a 3. Bennett the rebound. Coons fires a 3. That's good. Timeout, Kailua. It's a 2-point game with 27.5 to go.
Wow, huge rebound by Bennett. The kick to Coons. Coons was fading away, but at least he was squared. A little tougher shot by Hirosuna Kenny on that. Look at it. He's squared, fading, using that length. He has the best ability to get one off, and huge shot in a huge moment. And what else is big here is this allows Kailua to sub out their guys. So Bennett was on the floor. Hirosuna Kenny was on the floor. They both have 4 fouls. So to be able to just know that you're going to give up a foul here and bring somebody in to just give that foul, and hopefully you foul the right person. And, you know, as you saw, Makinano stepped up, missed those 2. So you're looking to foul, hopefully him again, and just test your chances.
Coons has hit a 3 in 10 consecutive games now. He pulls them within 2. And before he moves further, how about J.J. Bannock, huh? I mean, how many back taps have we seen from him? He's got 10 rebounds, 4 on the offensive glass.
No, he's done an incredible job just giving great minutes. And this is without his big man running mate, Letta, in the game, who sat most of it, ends up fouling out. But he's been the steady one here for this team.
Both teams in the bonus here, 27.5 to go. Oh, counter, got to get it in, and he does to Makinano. And a quick foul. Is it on Coons? Is it on Kamai? Coons is trying to say, hey, it wasn't me. If it is on Coons, it's his third. Instead, it's on Kamai. His first. He's also trying to get a tie-up out of it, too.
Yeah, I think Coons may have been saying, like, hey, we weren't trying for the quick foul necessarily. And, you know, the referees are trying to save as much time as possible and give that foul. But sometimes you have to go and let them know, hey, we're not trying to foul. We're trying to get that steal.
Now, this is the biggest free throw of the season for Makinano.
Well, a huge look of relief after that first one.
Still don't need a 3. 4-point game.
Don't need a 3, but have to go pretty quick and get to the rim quickly.
Pong won't take that. Hirosuna Kenny will. No, it's up and it's Kellner to get the rebound. Get a foul at 13.5 remaining. Hirosuna Kenny 1 for 8 tonight, shooting the 3. 2 for 13 in the game. And who else? Again, huh? Dane Kellner. All reliable.
Dane Kellner had a hard time last night from the free throw line. Was just 2 for 6. So I'm sure he got some practice in. He's a really good shooter. Got to find a way to will at least one of these in to make it a 2-possession game.
It'll still be, right?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, sorry.
Well, that will help, though. Every little bit helps. Now, if you're Kailua, now you got to get a 3.
Yeah, with 13.5, definitely need to go get that 3.
Oh, 1 of 2. Back tapped away. It's in the hands of Pung. Pung in his senior season needs a big moment, and he is fouled. Is it in the act? Question here. Discussion. Gerald Tom and Tony Collazo.
I mean, he was clearly trying to shoot it, so it's a question of whether or not it's going to be a 2-shot foul or a 3, so he's calling it on the ground. Yeah. Not sure where they called it, but I mean,
when does he ascend, right, and elevate his body? It's tough, and that's what Wally Marcial is lobbying here. This is a must-make. Oh, now he's trying to miss it on purpose. He's trying to miss it on purpose to buy a possession. Threw it all. He ended up turning over the ball.
Actually needed to make that. Because it would have cut it down to a three-point game, 1 possession, and hope Punahou misses. Now they need 2 possessions here in 8 seconds, which is pretty tough.
So at this point, I mean, it was 54-40. If Kailua makes it, it's guaranteed a 1-possession game if he makes it. He's a really good free throw shooter.
So what he's saying here is, and I thought maybe he did hit the rim. I don't know if he hit the bottom of it, but he hit something.
Oh, did he hit the heel of it?
Does the box count as part of the rim? I mean, that's the Tom question for me. I have no idea. I mean, part of that orange, because it definitely hits the box. But under the rim, right? Because if it hits the back, it's still part of the rim.
That looked like it hit the rim, to be honest, Tom. Let's bring Tom up here. Yeah, we'll get Tom. There you go.
Yeah, I think the ball did hit the bottom of the rim, but I think what was confusing part is that it hit the backboard first, and then it ricocheted up into the rim. So I think based on that, it was first reaction was it didn't hit the rim.
So by that ruling, they're saying they hit the padding underneath the.
Right, and then it hit up and hit the bottom of the rim, which is a legal play.
Oh no, I thought I saw it differently. I mean, you know, again, as you said, Tom, before, referees get 1 chance at it.
And there's Chung to get the foul from Coons, and Dylan Coons here has his 4th, and now Ethan Chung, who's sitting on 17, can get 18 and 19. and really essentially send him out here. This is the most replays on a free throw I think we've ever seen in our lives here. Did it hit the rim or not? That looked like, to me, it hit the rim.
It hit the rim, then went down into the box.
Yeah. All right, so here's Chung at the line. Chung can essentially close this thing out. Tonight was a blackout. I can't imagine what the dress-up will be tomorrow here for Punahou and their Buff and Blue Nation. With a chance to capture the 13th state title.
No timeouts left for Kailua, so after this bucket goes in, or if it misses, this game's over.
Pong off on the three. Bennett, no, and that will do it. Sheer will in the second half. Punahou, a chance to go back-to-back. Off they go to the state final. They are now 26-10 in the HHSAA semifinal round. Maddox Pong for Kailua had 25 points, half of what Kailua had for the game. And those 9 seniors will have a chance to cement their own legacy. Class of 2026 is back-to-back state champions tomorrow night. Sooner or later, he was kind of coming. There was a lot of excited chatter between the two. Pong put on a show. Tonight belonged to Ethan Chung, one of 3 Buff and Blue players in double figures. Punahou wins 56-50 as a date with the North Shore tomorrow night.
With Popeye's new $7 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Ano ai e ka pua e mila. Ho'okahi pua o oe, lava ka lei. I lei oe na ka ohana, I lei ho'i oe na ke kaiaulu. Oia no hona ohana no ia. Ma Bank of Hawaii, ku pa'a mako ma ia no hona e ho'oku ono ai ka no hona o ko kako kaiaulu. No leila, ke pono ke kokua e huli mai ia mako. Oiei mako no hona ohana.
Anything's possible.
E na'i ko pono me Bank of Hawaii.
New Nissan?
Correct. Hey.
You got to put it through its paces.
You can take it.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get 0% APR for 60 months when financed through INMAC, or get $3,500 to $6,000 total savings on select models.
With Popeye's new $7 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Friday, Hawaii opens the season against the Bulldogs of Gonzaga University. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports. Whether you're on the go, at home, or anywhere in between, you can always be connected to the games you love. UH Sports and local high school action. It's your game, your way, with Spectrum Sports and Spectrum OC16.
2 coaches embrace here. 2 of the longest active tenured head coaches. Season 14 for Wally Marcial, season 16 for that man, Darren Matsuda. His team advances to the championship round, 56-50. It wasn't easy. It's another grind-them-out type of win here for the defending state champs.
Yeah, Punahou just found a way to finish it at the end. I mean, they got those free throws to go. They made the right plays. Were able to get just enough, right? And we said those possessions, they mean more at the end of the game, and Punahou really cherished them, and they got the finish.
In the second half, Ethan Almighty did his work at the free throw line, closing it up here for the Buff and Blue, the Hawaii Honeydeers impact player with JB.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Ethan Chung, man, what a wild game. You guys give up a 14-point lead in that first half, right? But then you come back. How did you guys get the dub tonight?
Honestly, we just had to focus on defense and trust our plays and all our sets that we had that Coach Darren ran. And, yeah, just give all the glory to God. all I can say.
Felipe mentioned the free throw shooting. 8 of 10 from the line, especially down the stretch. You were huge. You know, free throw shooting as a whole this year has been really down. How do you maintain such a pace like that?
We practice free throws every day with Coach Tim Hosoda, Houston's dad, and we just every practice for the last 10 minutes we make sure to work on it and just trust our work.
You're being kind of calm right now, but on the court, you are a fiery dude. You're out there dapping guys up off the side after you get the and one. Where does that come from?
Just comes all from God. I give all the glory to Him and all my teammates and everybody here that came to support. So thank you so much, sir.
You guys got a chance to go back to back. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, and job's not finished, so we're ready to work tomorrow. We're ready.
Guys, what do you think of this crew right here? The whole gang is here, guys, and they're ready to go to the ship. Let's do it, man. Back to you guys.
All right, Jimmy, thank you so much. Ethan Chung, what a dude. 19 points here tonight. 8 of 10 at the line. Closed it out yet again here for Punahou.
Came out as soon as the game started, and he was aggressive, looking for his shot, and he started to find it early on, which softened up that Kailua defense, allowed him to get to the rack, especially in transition. You see the strength playing through the contact, and then he finished this game knocking down the biggest free throws, all the ones that mattered, created enough separation for them to come away with this win.
And now through 2 games of the tournament, he's 15 for 20, 75% at the line. Clutch moments, he steps up yet again. Unfortunately for Kailua, they dropped to the 3rd place game to take on St. Louis, but it's a pretty easy choice here for the Hawaii Honeydeers impact player. The Surf Riders got great production from Maddox Pong, 25 points here tonight to go along with 2 assists, had a couple of rebounds, had a 13-point second quarter that gave Kailua the lead at the break.
You really feel like he did everything that he could and almost single-handedly brought them back. As you said, down 14 points, knocked down 3 consecutive three-pointers, tried to stay productive in the second half, and just saw different defender after different defender when he continued to find his way to buckets. And just a tough player, one of the best scorers all year long. Tough finish for him, but an incredible season.
And some cosmetic stuff here from Maddox Pong. The 25 here tonight means he has 79 through 3 games of the tournament. Rarely do you see a player cross the 100-point mark. He'll have a chance to do in 3rd place game. But his 32 points in the opening round against Lelehua, most by any Kailua Surf Rider in any state tournament game. So his legacy is already cemented. And we're not done yet here from historic Hemmeter Fieldhouse. Taco Bell player of the game's coming up next. And as they raise the basket, don't forget, we need that camera. 56-50. Punahou wins, and we're back in a moment.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kapolei hardware store. Here at Hardware Hawaii Kapolei, we got you covered for all your project and essential household needs. Got a building project? With our main lumber yard, we got all the materials you need for your job. And like Brother Lloyd says,
whether it be for home or work, we got it. We're in the heart of Kapolei, ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kapolei.
The state of Hawaii continues to monitor and conduct surveillance for avian flu. A single dead bird is not an indication of the disease and does not need to be reported. However, finding multiple dead birds, especially of different species, should be reported to the Department of Agriculture and Biosecurity. To dispose of a dead bird, invert 2 sealable plastic bags. Seal and dispose in the trash. Wash your hands thoroughly. More information on avian flu is available at dab.hawaii.gov.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time for a different kind of power. Plus, get incredible long-term value with the next generation of vehicles from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $229 per month lease on a 2026 Civic Sport Hybrid Sedan.
Well, you saw the camera go up, and they said, hey, you know what? We forgot one thing. We're going to put this thing back down. We're going to need that camera tomorrow when we go to Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Thank you, Punahou. Thank you, Scott Wagner. Thank you, Tito Huna. Thank you, everybody here at Punahou School. Time now for the Taco Bell play of the game. This is one of a bucket load of marvelous Maddox and ones throughout his 4-year career. Putting guys in the spin cycle. I'll go right, I'll go left, I'll put this one up, gets the bang in the bucket.
So many options to go to in that bag, and he's crafty. And you don't score that many points if you just are one-trick pony, and he's able to knock it down from 3, but he can do that too, and that's why he was such a big threat all season long.
25 for him, second highest scorer on the team. Sebastian Letta, he had 8 points. Unfortunately for him and Surfrider fans, fouled out of the game. They dropped to the third place game, and Punahou survives and advances and moves on to take on Kahuku for the Division I state championship. Post-game shows coming up next. We'll break down the 2 state championship games tomorrow. A whole lot more to talk about. Hear from Hemmeter when you come back on Spectrum OC 16.
Decorating? With hundreds of factory colors and free computerized paint matching, you can find the Benjamin Moore color you're looking for at City Mill. Need something? Try check City Mill.
Our regulars love ASB's Buy Local Hawaii program.
Local people love saving money. Who doesn't? It's a win-win. It's nice that the small businesses are supported as well as the customers. They get the savings right at checkout.
Get out and support Buy Local Hawaii merchants by using any ASB Visa debit card to get exclusive discounts. ASB has saved locals more than $1.5 million and counting. Buy Local Hawaii by American Savings Bank.
Aloha, I'm Kalai Miller, and you're watching Spectrum OC 16.
In next week's episode of Ultimate Japan, we'll be riding the Dogashima boat cruise. It was so fun. Then we went on the ropeway, saw the beautiful views, and down to Jordan Waterfall. Finally, we went to the Kamaboko Museum and made fresh kamaboko. So remember, follow me so you can experience Japan like you've never done before.
Aloha, I'm Merlinda Garma. Dive into Hawaii Skin Diver, where we showcase the adventures of Hawaii's spear fishermen in many exotic destinations around the world.
Spear was a 9-footer, so it takes a little adjustment in tight areas.
Weeknights at 7:30 p.m. only on Spectrum OC 16.
From Spectrum OC 16, it's the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
On the road to Manoa. The final 2 games of the boys basketball season. Wild semifinal night as usual as Punahou wins this one by 6. Game number 1 saw St. Louis take on Kahuku. St. Louis trying to get to a 5th consecutive state championship game. And their leader, 4-year varsity star Keanu Meacham. 18 points, half of it at the line, 9 for 9. The slim lead here for St. Louis. They led by 7 very early on in the break. Kahuku had a strong second half in a game where St. Louis shot 34% from the field, but they were 1 of 10 from distance. Kahuku eyed it out, took advantage of it, despite 3 players getting different injuries over the course of the game. Off the bench, Justice Daly. Season high time, 12 points for him. Kahuku overpowers St. Louis in the second half. Outscores him 26-18. Enough for Kahuku to win by 4 and get to the state final for just the 6th time ever and the first time since 2018. And those Red Raiders will take on the team they played in that 2018 final, the Punahou Buffalo, as they win this one 56-50.
You know, taking a look at these stats, it really doesn't tell the story of how it finished. And in the 4th quarter, Kailua was 3 of 16 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3, and 1 of 4 from the free throw line. And when your worst stats are in the 4th quarter, that's not a good sign. You usually lose in close games, and that's kind of what happened here tonight.
Punahou had another ground-and-pound victory here tonight en route to another state final appearance. They're 26 in school history. 3rd place game should be interesting. All of those games will be played outside of Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. You can check out HHSAA.org for that. The only 2 games will be the championship games. So we're down to the Final 4 now, chasing 2 championships. Any of the momentum tonight carries over to tomorrow, the way that Kahuku won, the way that Punahou won here today?
I think so. But, I mean, there's a lot of energy exerted here tonight, so they're going to have to manage fatigue. But both of those teams that are in the final tomorrow, Punahou and Kahuku, were top seeds. So
Yes.
they didn't play that extra day. So it's not an extra day of fatigue. It's just having to go against a St. Louis versus Kailua. But I feel like they both expended maybe a fair amount of energy. So this should be even up going into tomorrow night.
We'll break down the championship games in just a second. In the meantime, Jamie Bender, the pesky semifinal round got us again, man.
I'm telling you, the semifinals are just always crazy, and what a wild ride we had in this second game tonight between Punahou and Kailua. And we'll start with some Punahou action. How about Dane Kellner, the football player? Look at that nice little move. Little spin, create the separation, step back, pop, little mid-range, and he's got it. Just saw him dapping up his football boys over here that were waiting around for him after the game. He's loving it. Early start, and that was first to 10, by the way, for Punahou. And then Kailua starts storming back. And look at J.J. Bennett. I know the J stands for Joseph, but he's Johnny on the spot right there. It's the miss, and he just puts it back. Kailua takes the lead at that point. Unbelievable, but I'm going to end with a free throw highlight because Ethan Chung did it down the stretch. 8 for 10. We talked about it. Look at the focus. He talked about it. Just practice. Just keep practicing those free throws. And we've seen how much they have been a huge factor this year. And tonight for Punahou, it was.
And so, that's it. 4 teams left now tomorrow on Valentine's Day Eve. And someone's going to get their heart broken just before Valentine's Day and finish in second place. The champions here of Division II and Division I will be settled tomorrow on a Friday the 13th. Let's break it down for you. Division II championship tomorrow. Game day Hawaii delivered by pizza at 4:45. Seabury Hall, by virtue of their victory over Pahoa earlier today, will take on Kohala, who had a tough one, by the way, against Damien. So it's Kohala, remains undefeated. Seabury Hall just one loss, lost to Kihei Charter. Kohala won the 2024 meeting between the two in overtime. Seabury Hall en route to their first state championship a season ago. Kohala going for kind of mini dynasty in this stretch. Sebastian Peterson, Layden Kalka have been great all throughout the season here, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, excited to see that. I mean, Sebastian Peterson, Layden Kalka, two of the best players in the state. Again, regardless of division, they could play with anybody. They will go on to great careers moving forward. But it's going to be exciting to see the two of them go against each other.
Division I championship will follow them at Bank Overgan at Stan Sheriff Center, and so it's Kahuku and Punahou. Fourth meeting in the HHSAA final. And the first since 2018. The one seed, by the way, 21-9 against number 2 seed. So if you believe in that mathematical observation, well, you're feeling pretty good if you're the Buff and Blue. There you see the state championship won a dozen here for Punahou, most all time. And you have Cassius Daly and Tanoa Scanlon. Those are the points per game entering today. All right, what do you think about the Division I championship? They did mean the preseason, and it was a Punahou win by 3 at that point.
Yeah, it should be another tight one. And the way that Kahuku has been playing, I mean, they really feel like this Cinderella team after losing Ronan Naihe, their top scorer. They've just come on like gangbusters. I mean, they've played great team basketball. They play physical, and they just find a way. Can they do it again tomorrow night? You know, Punahou, again, finding a way themselves, winning a tough league, coming out as number 1. But it's going to be number 1 ILH, number 1 OIA, and I really don't know who's going to come out with it.
That game is next level. A whole lot of wows. It could be off the charts here tomorrow as those two squads will battle in the final game of the 2026 season for the state title. Cassius Daly, the junior, his brother Justice Daly, impact player, helped leading the Red Raiders over St. Louis. Tanoa Scanlon did the same along with Ethan Chung for the Buff and Blue. Tomorrow should be fun.
Jack, when you look back on 75 years...
Oh, I'm not looking back. I'm bringing back my Chicken Supreme. It comes in a combo and munchie meal. This juicy fan favorite starts at just $6.99. Are you writing this down? Get the Chicken Supreme munchie meal with collectible Jibby.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter. With high-tech features excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $249 per month lease on a 2025 Accord LX.
You see this all white meat chicken, breaded in tortilla chips? Here at Taco Bell, we're calling them, wait for it, nuggets. They're nothing like classic nugs, but you're just gonna have to accept them. I mean, we could have called them anything, really, like Derek, No backstory, just Derek. But Nuggets is already baked into everyone's memories, and so is Hidden Valley Ranch, obviously. And we mixed it with Diablo. Crispy chicken nuggets from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
Ano ai e ka pua e mila. Ho'okahi pua o oe, lava ka lei. I lei oe na ka ohana, I lei ho'i oe na ke kaiaulu. Oia no hana ohana no ia. Ma Bank of Hawaii, ku pa'a mako ma ia no hana e ho'oku ono ai ka no hana o koka ko kaiaulu. No leila, ke pono ke kokua e huli mai ia mako. O iei mako no hana ohana.
Anything's possible.
E na'i ko pono me Bank of Hawaii.
These other guys don't have protein like me. Up to 35 grams in my protein bowls, or try my 2 for $7 Jack Wraps. If I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it. Try my protein bowls and Jack Wraps.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Destination Manoa tomorrow night. The Hawaii Army National Guard Boys Basketball State Championships begin tomorrow. Game Day Hawaii delivered by Pizza at 4:45 on Spectrum OC 16. Special shout out here to everybody at Punahou School allowing us to make house. The final pit stop on the road to the state title. And now, time for a thing we like to call, and one brought to you by Popeyes. One final thought from all of us. Okay, and so our yearly tradition will conclude tomorrow because on January the 6th, so just a little over, 5 weeks ago, this happened. Over at Marino, our typical tradition, we make our predictions of who's going to be in the state final and who's going to win, who's going to lose, and the final score. And so we took those predictions. That video is going to come up anytime soon, so we're just killing time right now. There, yeah, thanks. There you go. Goodness, guys, come on. Right? So we put it in the box, and we made our predictions. We each had a card, right? And it said, so-and-so will defeat so-and-so, and the final score will be that, right? So on air, and we haven't touched this box or opened it really since. We all sealed it up, right? Put our names on it, put it in that box. We locked it up. Jimmy came over, ran it over. We gave the box to Tom Yoshida. Tom eventually gave it back to me. Then we couldn't figure out the combination. So the wonderful Ari, who is a puzzle queen, found out the combination. It took her about 45 minutes. She did not sleep. She knows the combination to this. She will open this. We will not do it tonight. We will do it tomorrow for the Division I championship to see who is either most right or most wrong, and we shall see how it all play out in the end. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're wearing the same outfit.
I am wearing the same outfit, by the way. I'm wearing the same outfit.
Was this shot at the same time? I don't know. This is camera magic.
Yeah, exactly. So tune into that. That will happen at Postgame tomorrow night.
Shout out to all the coaches. Always got to give it up to them. I mean, these Final Four that are in the D2 and the D1 championships, I mean, it's always a long journey. Brian Nakana with Kahuku, really the Cinderella run. Darren Matsuda getting back, so hard to repeat. Yeah. And Kihei Kapelela, as you said, just nearly a dynasty over there, and Scotty Prather.
Yeah.
And these guys are all back again. They continue to do it, continue to put this effort and energy. And what made me think about it was seeing C-Mac over there. Coach Chris McLaughlin, a legend here as a coach at Punahou, came back a few times, won a bunch of state championships, and he's mentored a whole lot of coaches, including myself, and just want to say thank you to him. And, he has that Hall of Fame career, and for good reason.
Amen, right? Hall of Honor, right?
Yeah.
Circle of Honor over at the University of Hawaii. And he still actually actively works with other teams when they need, team-building exercises. He is the master of that, of galvanizing your team together.
Just really great at it.
Shout out C-Mac. All right, Jimmy.
All right, I want to give a shout-out to the Punahou cheer squad because you know that flag that we saw that fell apart?
Very much so.
And it was put together?
Yeah.
That actually belongs to the Punahou cheer team.
Oh, my
God. That's a cheer flag. Coach Taylor Pang saw me after the game. She had it, and she said, we're going to work on fixing it, and hopefully we can see it tomorrow night.
Yeah. Question is, why did he have that flag? How did he get that
I guess
flag?
she said the cheerleaders were too ashamed to do it.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, oh no!
Like any good flag, don't let it touch the ground. And what's worse when you drop a flag is picking it up and then running into a group of people on camera. Like it never happened.
Never happened.
It's going to be a fun ride all the way to the end. We wrap up our 2026 basketball season in Manoa at Bank Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Kohala and Seabury Hall for the Division II championship. And then it's Kahuku and Punahou for the Division I crown. Buff and Blue win 56-50. The Hall of Famer Tom Nishida, Jimmy Bender, Coach Dean Shinmoto, our entire crew. Dave Vinton, Matt Cordero, men and women in the truck, Felipe Ojastro. Support high school sports. So long from Punahou. Off we go to Manoa tomorrow night.
With Popeye's new $7 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
Yeah, he blew up my other car. That's not what happened.
Surprised me at all.
Literally what happened. Lelo's gonna kill me.
It's not that bad, bro.
It's got bullet holes in it.
Well, good.
Zippy's was their last stop. Make your next stop Zippy's with the Wrecking Crew pack. Now through March 1st. Check out The Wrecking Crew on Prime Video.
This should be fun. Yeah, I'm pumped.
With Popeye's new $7 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Ninth Island Connection highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities on and off the Strip, keeping our viewers connected with the Ninth Island of Las Vegas.
Today we join Andrea Muller on the island of Maui to find out what drives this multidisciplined paddling and surfing waterwoman. And her accomplishments are nothing short of amazing.
Andrea Muller, I met her in Maui on a Maliko run. Stand-up was still new then, and this girl was in front of me the entire race. I had no clue who she was, and she was surfing all the way, but she's unbelievable. I'm gonna say she's like the Ronda Rousey of stand-up or paddling.
What can you say? Andrea, her actions speak louder than words. She's a super nice person, and on top of it all, just an animal out in the water.
You know, besides all she does in the water, being a water woman from paddling to regular surfing, big wave surfing, towing in, she's just a great all-around person.
I'm originally from Ilhabela, Brazil, and I moved to Hawaii when I was 17, 1998, straight to Maui. I think before I moved here, I kind of had a feeling, you know, Hawaii is the mecca of all the sports, but I didn't realize how radical, you know, the ocean is and how extreme everything is, or how much I would get involved and fall in love for all the sports. I didn't know paddling before, I just knew windsurfing, so then it turned into surfing big waves, paddling, windsurfing, everything. I got to win a few times the Olokai Ho'olaulea, which is a great achievement to me. You know, it's a big event, and it's stand-up and outrigger canoe, and for me to be able to win both, it was huge. I also did a couple of times the solo, the Molokai to Oahu crossing. It's a 32-mile crossing between the island of Molokai to Oahu. You know, I had one year that I was able to win, but it's not much about the title of winning the channel, but competing in it and being part of the event. The ocean brought a lot of relationships to me. You know, it's not just my own relationship with my spirituality with the ocean, but the community that is surrounded by the activities in the ocean. You know, the paddling community became my family. Fortunately, for the past, I believe, 8 years now, I've been with Team Bradley. We're fortunate to win Nauahine Kekai, I believe, 7 or 8 times now. But I think for us, it's beyond winning or it's beyond a title. Definitely about, you know, putting everything you have, you know, bleed for each other, and we're not afraid to give it all. Jaws is definitely, to me, one of the most powerful surf spots on the North Shore of Maui. I got involved simply because I have this adrenaline junkie personality that just loves a challenge. I definitely respect it a lot, and I feel very fortunate to be one of the few girls surfing the spot. You know, back then it was get a jet ski, get a tow board, and learning how to tow and rescue each other on big surf. So the more time I start putting surfing the outer reef, the more in love I start falling for it.
She's a Pan American, and then she's just willing to help out anybody on any given day. So to me, that was one of the reasons why I decided to coach her. Besides knowing that she has all the talent in the world to be the best one for the season, you know, she had a goal in mind of winning the XXL for women's, and then I always wanted to see people fulfill their dreams.
So the WXL, the Big Wave Awards, now it's part of the WSL. It basically nominates 5 women out of the whole world, from everywhere that you have big waves. So I was just fortunate to be picked. I'm very thankful for winning the WSL. Juggling the life of mom and daughter and work and trying to be an athlete where I gotta put time into training, it's definitely a juggle. If I quit all my sports just to be a full-time mom, I don't think I would be teaching her what I want her to learn. She's learning that if she puts time into something that she loves, she will achieve. I have to follow my heart in order to teach my daughter how to follow her heart.